Here's another blowout that happened this year. That's the debris field in the river. If you look up the canyon, there's everything that came down. Just amazing again. Millions and millions of tons of dirt and rock. There's another blowout over there. Once again, last year none of this was here. This all happened in the late spring, early summer. They start miles up the canyons and just bring everything down. Almost looked like a big piece of equipment made that ditch. Wow. There's a chucker. Kind of like a mountain quail. There's another chucker running across. Lots of chuckers up here. But you can see it just would, if your house was in the way, it would be total devastation. And that's how far out into the river the debris field goes, across the road. Probably close the road for weeks or days or weeks, depending on how fast they get up here and clear it out. Again, the geology of this blowout is not quite as awesome as the last blowout that I took you up, but the potential for destruction is impressive, beyond impressive. And you can see that the house fared well, but there was obviously an outbuilding that caught some of it. And again, when you build your house, you think about what could happen when something like this comes down the mountain. And it will take everything with it. You can see some of the boulders that washed down. Those are little boulders. Those came from down from the mountains. Just amazing. Again, this is Salmon, Idaho, on the Salmon River. See, lots of iron pyrite, fool's gold came down. Lots of quartz again. See the size of some of the trees it came down with. A lot of those trees were burned from a large fire they had 3 years ago, which when you burn the ground cover, then you have more of a potential for this type of activity. You can see the different levels of sediment. See where the goats have been crossing. Total destruction, desolation. And once again, I'm sure that the noise that this thing made was impressive, to say the least. Probably initiated, started a mile and a half, 2 miles up the canyon, or even more, and just rolls as more rain falls down and there's not enough ground cover to hold the ground or absorb the water. You can hear the chuckers out there talking to me. Kind of a quail. Never had one to eat. My grandpa used to hunt them all the time. Just amazing. Tremendous amounts of fool's gold. Like I said, fool's gold, iron pyrite. There's the real McCoy there too. Lots of chuckers out there just talking to me, telling me to stay away. Huge. I haven't seen them this big before. This destructive. See how lucky this guy was? His house would have been in the water, in the drink. Amazing how it alters the landscape, alters the flow of the river. And it's been doing it for millions of years, I'm sure. One of them natural phenomenons, not man-made, not caused by climate change or any of the other crap. It's just Mother Nature doing her thing, altering her earth according to plan. Despite what some of these whack freaks say. Just look at all the quartz in that rock. Lots of quartz. Quartz equals gold. Guess if I was lazy, I could fly a drone over this. But I like to look at rocks because I have gold fever. It's another blowout. Just as deadly, just as impressive. You can see where it originated. All these rocks you see, which are little, all came from up in the mountains, carried down by that roaring rush of water. And once again, it didn't happen over days, weeks, or months. It was a matter of hours and minutes and hours. Raptors. September, it's a free-for-all on the Middle Fork. So everybody and their brother comes to raft. Other than September, it's a lottery, a draw. Only the professionals and the people who win the lottery draw get to raft the Middle Fork or the River of No Return. All sorts of rocks. It's just geologist rock hound. Paradise. This tree was burned. See the sap. Woodpecker's been banging it, getting bugs. Look at the sap dripping down this tree. This tree's still alive. That tree's dead. This tree is alive.